In Barons, you are in a competition to build the greatest barony and to be the first to establish a cathedral. You'll do this by setting up and taxing different lands in your barony so you can pay for buildings, knights, and actions. These will help you accomplish this goal and seal your legacy as the greatest baron. So what do you get in the box? The game pretty much consists of 4 decks of about 50 cards. You're going to get a red deck with a land type of mine, and the specialty is technology and production. You're going to get a blue deck with a land type of river, and the cards in there specialize in trade, religion, and general interaction. You'll have a green deck with a land type of forest, and their specialty is infrastructure and diversity. You'll have a yellow deck with a land type of pasture, and their specialty is going to be mostly actions and general synergy. So they're pretty much, within the decks of cards, there are 3 types of cards. You're going to have your actions, you have your knights, and you have your buildings. And some of the buildings also have abilities that require a payment to be used each turn. And you're going to get your castle cards. And these are just going to be in the center of every player's barony. It's kind of like your starting point. So playing the game to create your barony and ultimately build a cathedral, you'll need to use your cards wisely. So there are about 3 phases each turn. Phase 1 is you're going to take any actions, use any action cards, or use any building abilities you want to use. Phase 2 is going to be either playing a land or a building. And phase 3 is you're going to tax a region. And taxing a region is when you count adjacent lands of the same type in your barony and draw that number of the same colored cards and up to 4. So for instance, if I have 3 red land cards connected in my barony, I can draw 3 red cards if I tax that region. So, and the cost to use a card, whether it be an action or a building, is listed on the top left. And this is paid by discarding cards in hand. So my first few games of Barons were played with 2 players. And at first it didn't really click, but I was compelled to play again for some reason. I felt like I was missing something. It just felt like a race to collect the different colored cards, and it wasn't really that interesting. So finally I was able to set up a multiplayer game, and that's when Barons really started to sing. So we were attacking each other with knights and trying to come up with cool building combos, and I really started to enjoy it. And the 3 turn phases are so easy. Everyone started coming up with neat ways to use their cards after the first few rounds. So the buildings kind of work like either action cards in Dominion or like an artifact if you've ever played Magic. And the cards, they stay placed in front of you, so you're going to benefit from that building for the rest of the game. Or at least until somebody attacks it with a knight. So the different colored decks seem to work pretty well together. Cards like Tournament and Guild Hall can give you a sweet bonus, while there are cards like Tithe and Tavern, and they can really mess with your opponents. And if you get a hold of a few prayer cards and play them on consecutive turns, just be prepared, because someone may just throw a shoe at you. But it's all in good fun, and at less than $15, I think you definitely get your money's worth here. So in summation, Barons is an easy-to-learn and tactically rich card game that's just plain fun.